This movie is about the page layout view. We're going to go to the page layout view and we're going to change the units displayed on the ruler. We're going to turn the ruler off. We'll find out we can hide whitespace and increase our workspace within the worksheet. We can change some print setups like adjusting the margins, adjusting the size of the headers and footers. We can add page breaks and we can add content to our worksheet. We are again looking at the schedule of the NASDAQ traded stocks grouped by industry with some profitability statistics. We're in the normal view, and we're going to go to the page layout view, and there's two ways we can do that. We can do it by left-clicking this icon on the status bar, page layout, or we can left-click the View tab and left-click page layout and get to it that way. The page layout view, we have the full functionality of Excel as we do in the normal view, with the exception of the freeze panes, which is grayed out. And we have the added benefit of having our worksheet displayed in exactly the same way that it's going to be printed. And we can also change some of the print settings. We have a ruler that's displayed across the top and the left side of our worksheet that's currently displaying in inches that we can change, that allows us to size and place some of the content on the worksheet. You can change the unit of measure that is shown on the ruler by going to the Excel Options dialog box, Alt-FT, left-clicking Advanced, and scrolling down to ruler units. The default units is inches, but we have centimeters and millimeters we can choose. I'll leave it at inches. Cancel out of that. We also have the ability to turn the ruler off completely and to just make it not display by left-clicking that. That provides us with more room to work on in our worksheet. And to provide us with more room still, we can hide the white space by hovering around the margin until we get the Hide White Space option. The two arrows are pointing each other, indicating that the white space is going to be collapsed, and when I left-click, that's exactly what happens. They then turn into arrows that are pointing away from each other to allow me to show the white space. I'm going to left-click to show the white space again and bring the ruler back so that I can adjust the margins. And we adjust the margins by left-clicking and dragging, decreasing the size of the margin, which you can do on both sides, of course. I can also change the size of the headers and footers by left-clicking on the ruler and dragging down to increase the size of the header. The same is true for the footer. I can add page breaks in just the same way I would in the normal view by left-clicking and selecting either a row or a column, going to the Page Layout tab, the Page Setup group, left-clicking breaks, and then left-clicking Insert Page Break. I'm going to page up to get to the first page that I just created by inserting that page break. And lastly, we can add content because we have a window into our worksheet that's just as functional, as I said, as if we were in the normal view with the exception of freeze panes. And so we can copy and paste and add data just as we would if we were in the normal view. Control Enter, and going back to the normal view, that data has been added. We can see the page break above line 18 that we added. And so our worksheet functions basically just as it would in a normal view. So we took a look at our spreadsheet using the page layout view, which enables us to utilize all the editing capabilities of Excel as if we were in the normal view, with the exception of the freeze panes. But we have the added benefit of having a ruler established at the top and the left side of the worksheet, which allows us to place things maybe more carefully. We can change the unit of measure shown on the ruler. We can turn the ruler off completely to provide additional workspace. We can hide the white space around the display to provide some additional space. We can also adjust the margins, change the size allocated to the headers and footers, and add page breaks and content.